So I don't have time to make a full-on video right now because we just spent a week in Tokyo and now we are in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon in Vietnam. And so I figured I would just do a little bit of walking and talking to the camera and tell you a little bit about what we've been doing for the last week or so and answer some questions about what made us decide to travel. So last week we spent in Tokyo and we had a pretty good time. It was quite a bit different from where we are now. I'm sure in the background you can hear all these motorcycles and just noises. In Tokyo, it was almost like being inside of a library when you were outside. All the cars were quiet. There were very few motorcycles. And I think the ones that we did see or hear were electric or just really quiet. A lot of people on bicycles. Nobody talked outside. And even in the subway, the only thing that you heard was footsteps. So we only had about 7 days in Tokyo and it was very cold there, so we were lucky that we had brought some coats. We were shivering pretty much everywhere we went. Okay, so we've tried to record this video a few times now. We started in the Tokyo airport. We recorded it twice in the hotel room. The last one I did was pretty good actually, except for I had a white background, but the light was so bright that apparently my hair is thinning or something and I got a reflection on my head. And when I tried to erase the white background to put something cooler behind it, it erased most of the top of my head. So here we are. This is like the fourth time redoing this video. So after we told everybody that we're going to start traveling full time for a couple of years, we got a lot of questions about what made us decide to do something like this and how can we make it happen, and just a lot of general questions that came up. We really didn't take a lot of good time to answer to everybody. So I thought I'd take a few minutes here in between our stays and answer a few of those. One question we got was, what made this even come into your mind? Or what made you start thinking about it? And for me, it actually started even before I met Elvia, or maybe right when I first met Elvia. I took a couple of trips all by myself and I met some people that really just planted some seeds in my brain that just have never gone away. One of those was a guy who I met when I went to Cancun by myself. He was from the United Kingdom and he had recently moved to Mexico City. He spoke fluent Spanish because his mom was from Spain, and he just said he'd had enough of the United Kingdom and wanted to try something different. And he said his life was so much better in Mexico City. And then another gentleman I met, I think he was in maybe his early 20s, late 20s, and his parents had been in a car accident and left him the house, and they had died. It's a sad story, but they left him the house, and he was able to rent that out for a pretty good amount of money, a few $1,000s a month, $3,000 or $4,000 a month. And he decided to take that income and just move to Thailand, where the cost of living was extremely cheap, and he had quite a bit of money left over every month. And then that extra money allowed him to just travel every several months and go see somewhere new in the world. Also during those trips where I was traveling by myself into Mexico, I was meeting a lot of people that were traveling through hostels, either by themselves or in very small groups, like 2s or 3s. And most of them were just fresh out of high school from Europe. And these guys were traveling for, a year at a time, or maybe even a little bit more sometimes. And they had saved up money by working in high school, working jobs after high school, and just decided to say, let's go see the world before I buckle down and become an adult and get all those responsibilities that come along with that. So it really got me thinking about how I could make that possible in my life. And it was kind of a dream that I had. Like I said, so that was very early in, either right before I met Elvia or right after we had just barely met. And after Elvia and I's relationship started to get a little more serious, we started to take some vacations together, traveling. And we traveled several places, went to Florida a few times, did a road trip out to Yellowstone, traveling was something that we both really enjoyed. So in my mind, I started to think, well, maybe this is a possibility that maybe Elvia and I could somehow find a way to go and travel more than the week or two that we'd get in vacations from our employers every year. So after we took a couple of bigger trips, like down to Mexico and a couple weeks in Europe, we started to have those conversations about how awesome it would be to be able to just up and leave our responsibilities in life and go and travel and see the world. At that point, it was really just a dream, although in the back of my mind, I was trying to figure out how to make it a reality. So as some other things happened in life and started to create a path for this to occur in our lives. Some of them good, some of them not so good, but all of them were paths that just kind of pointed in this direction. So anyway, we decided to just go ahead and go for it. We talked about it, we prayed on it, and we thought, you know what, now is as good a time as any. You know, we're still young enough to be able to enjoy things and be able to walk around and have long walking journeys and travel through airports pretty easily before our bodies completely give out on us. And we got some money saved up, and I got a couple houses that I rent out, and that makes a little bit of money each month. We definitely don't have enough income to be able to support this for a long period of time, but we can do this for a year, maybe a little bit longer, as long as we're smart and we're, you know, efficient with the spending of our money. So we decided to go ahead and do it. Now, I had two different places in the world that I was looking at wanting to travel to. One of those was Central and South America, and the other one was Asia. And so I threw that decision to Elvia, and she said, let's go to Asia. So here we are. So we started off our journey with 3 months in Mexico, visiting with Elvia's parents. And then we just came over here to Asia about a week ago. We flew over to Tokyo, spent a week in Tokyo. It was freezing there. I'll get a video out for Tokyo soon. And now we are in Ho Chi Minh City, or Saigon in Vietnam. We just got here a couple of days ago, and so far it is dramatically different than Tokyo, but definitely an interesting place. And we haven't really adventured out too much yet, so we're going to be starting to do that over the next couple days. So that's about all the video you guys are going to get for this week. I'll try to actually get one out, even if it's a quick throw together one with some pictures from Mexico City as we travel through there, some pictures and some videos from Tokyo maybe, and maybe I'll come back and do a better video later, but I'll try to get something with some of those pictures from those places in and out this next Sunday. Thank you for watching, and see you next week on The Road and Beyond with Jerry and Elvia. Don't step in that gross ass water. Splash it on me. Gross.
That's my fault too.
No, I'll cut all this out. Yeah, I'm gonna cut all this stuff out, but even all the stuff that I'm recording, I may not keep all of it, you know.
I think it looks weird that I'm just sitting here because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Just sit here?
Just go, yeah,
Yeah, okay. I can do yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to The Road and Beyond.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Hey everyone, welcome back.
You didn't moment. I'm getting the giggles.
So today we want to sit down and So today we want to sit down and share a bit of our story with you about how So today we wanted to sit down and share a bit of our story with you about how all this came to be, the challenges we faced, and what our plans are for the future. I think that'll work. During this same time, I had fallen in love with a beautiful woman. That was staying in there.
No!
Okay.